Hey guys, Tobe here, and today I'm going to present something a little special. If you're wondering if I sound off, that's because my voice is shot from yesterday, but I'm still gonna do this anyway. Yesterday, I presented this very cool PowerPoint to my friends during a Friendsgiving gathering, and I thought I'd share it with the channel, because I'm not sure how successful I ended up being, but hey, while you guys aren't the main audience for this presentation, maybe you can show this to your friends. Today, in this presentation, I'm going to tell you why you should watch symphogear. For those in the uninitiated, I'm a YouTuber. I've been running this channel since summer of 2020, and I currently have over 900 subscribers, trying to aim for 1,000. I upload once in a blue moon, but as you can probably tell, I've been making videos that's pretty much centered around this one series. Yes, for 4 years straight and ongoing, I've had things to say about the show, and if I'm not, I'm making funny compilation videos which I cannot share how I make them, but can tell you that they've been the biggest hits of my channel, though my video essays are what takes the most effort. It all started during the summer of COVID when I randomly thought about making a video on this guy, Dr. Ver, given 10 reasons why I love this sexy ass man. It was a first of many, and by next year, I started putting more effort and skill to my videos when I talked about my actual favorite character of the series, Maria, and well, why she shouldn't be underrated. And as you can see, it's more than double the length of my first video. Then a year and a half later, I would break my record again with this thing. Fun fact, ever since I watched this series back in September of 2019, I knew I wanted to rewatch it next year, and ever since, I would rewatch the series every September. This video covers the experience of rewatching symphogear from 2019 up to 2022. And yeah, there's a lot to say. Now you're probably wondering, did I rewatch it in 2023? Hell yeah, I did! And yes, it ended up being over 2 hours long. Why? It's a long story. But you're probably wondering, that's cool and all, but why should I care? Why should I watch this, you lib? And fret not, that's what I'm here for. First and foremost, it's one cool-ass anime. The anime has 5 seasons, all of which are high octane, and you'll always be wanting more. If I had to describe it as simply as possible, it's like Sailor Moon but badass. I haven't seen Sailor Moon, but it's just women in magical power suits kicking ass, where they live, laugh, and cry. Oh boy do they cry a lot. Shit gets wacky and insane. The show is just full of hype, and the main thing that makes this different from other hyperactive action series is that these power suits, the symphogear, are powered by their users singing. By all means, you will be on the edge of your seat. This isn't a happy-go-lucky series. The world that symphogear takes place in sucks. It's taken over by this worldwide threat known as the Noise, in which their only existence is to kill. The symphogear was developed as a sole weapon that can destroy the Noise, and unfortunately, only a single digit of people wield these weapons around the entire world. If one wields a symphogear, you bet their shoulders carry the weight of the world. So there's just a lot of suffering and pain that happens to our characters. But what makes the show exciting is how one picks himself up in this dire world, standing up against the darkness with a light the world has never seen. How does one overcome that? Well, you watch it and find the fuck out. Anyway, that being said, if symphogear requires its users to sing, then you're probably wondering how the singing works in the show, and how they implement it is fucking awesome, as well as the actual songs being kick-ass. Each character has their own unique theme to it to make the songs fresh, especially when there are multiple symphogears in the scene. But something that the anime does above and beyond is that the voice actresses sing live when recording their lines, so when they engage in battle while singing, their lyrics will sound more like battle cries instead. Luckily, the insanity of Symphogear continues with the fact that the animation just slaps. You probably never heard of Satellite, but trust me, they know what they're doing. Season 1 may look old, the first scene of this compilation, and that's because the first season was riddled with production issues such as not having enough time and or money. I'm not really sure, but it surprisingly became a big fucking success that for season 2 and onwards, they went all out on the production value, with each next season one-upping the former. This is a drawback for many, so I'm glad to report that the series has barely any CGI. Everything you see is hand-drawn, and the only time they do use it is in car chases that the show unsurprisingly has. Finally, it's gay-ass shit. Unfortunately, it does fall into the trap of every character being canonically best friends by words, but whatever they do physically says otherwise. This is a 2010 show, so while it has hints of being base, they can't actually be explicit about it, because who knows who will fuck them over, the government or its target demographic comprised of adult men. While sadly being left open to interpretation, it's still gay regardless, as they made a compilation of the main character and her girlfriend, being best friends. And it ended up being 18 minutes long, which is actually a condensed version that doesn't include verbal thoughts, because if I did release it with those scenes, the video would probably get copyright striked. Real quick, let's meet the cast. This is Hibiki Tachibana, our main character, full of sunshine and happiness that experiences a whole lot of pain and suffering. She likes to punch and hold hands a lot, and the people within the community like to call her a gay hamster. Then we got Tsubasa Kazunari. She likes big sword, and is full of angst and trauma. The woman is devoted to being a sword and a sentinel, which is her very cool excuse for being a bitch. Then there's Chris, and wowee, those are some big fucking guns. And she can never have enough of them. Being called Chris, you may get triggered by the fact that in the series, she is called Chris-chan. But fear not, because she is best girl. Then we got Maria, my favorite of the Symphogear wielders. 1, she's the oldest out of the bunch, being 22 years old, so by all means I simp for her the most. She's a hot lady that I really wish could beat my ass until it's gone. This is what my profile avatar is based on, and if you're wondering why she is wearing 2 different outfits, don't ask. Finally, we have Kirika and Shirabe, the polar opposite of what Maria is, but if you prefer that, I will fucking kill you. The reason why I put them together is that they're basically 2 halves of a brain cell. They're fucking stupid as shit, but when they work together, they can get things done, somehow. Kirika is one big Grim Reaper reference. Oh my fuck. Kirika is one big Reaper reference, while Shirabe likes to weaponize saw blades, rollerblades, and yo-yos? Okay, say for some reason you're a misogynist. Well, I have the solution for you. There's also really cool male characters if women aren't your thing. First, we got Genjiro, Symphogear's gentle giant, aka the gear user's dad, actually Tsubasa's uncle. He's a very uplifting man that always keeps your spirits up, and I wish he adopted me. Also, he is fucking superhuman. This is Shinji, not the guy from Evangelion, but he's supposedly a ninja. You're probably asking why he is abducting Shirabe, but look, he may just be. Jesus Christ. We got my man, Dr. Vare. I cosplayed him one Halloween, and if there's one sentence I can describe this guy, he's basically if Gintoki Sakata became a scientist and is going through crack withdrawal. Finally, why is this guy naked and hot as shit? Well, I'll just show you this clip, which is his first appearance in the season he's in. Anyway, you may recognize some of the Japanese voice actors the Symphogear characters share. I'll let you be while looking them up. Alright, time's up. Let's get this over with. As all things are, Symphogear is not without problems. The one you've probably noticed the most is the fan service. For those who are unaware of that term, it mostly means sexualization. It isn't borderline hentai like High School DxD, but it gets pretty sus at times, a lot of it coming from the fact that the villains are very perverted one way or another. I am just showing the clips of the villains because they can be as sexy as they want, but keep in mind, this is like the least worst of what happens. Do I show any more? I might get in trouble. The story isn't groundbreaking, it's a show where a lot of things don't make sense, which is fine since a lot of it is fun and all, but there will be times where it can even break your suspension of disbelief. This is a clip of my video where I found a scene in Season 4 really stupid, even for Symphogear standards. Despite that, it's probably better than One Piece. After all, Symphogear is complete, meanwhile nobody has found the One Piece after 1100 episodes. Next up, Season 3 fucking sucks. It takes what is already quite an edgy series and makes it at least 3 times worse. The plot drops the ball so hard, and if that wasn't bad enough, to rub salt on the wound, it's also the season with extraneous amounts of sexualization that I have no idea why it happens. Nor does the studio even know why they did it, because they backed off with seasons 4 and 5. And one warning, while this was mostly directed to my friends, I guess I'll say it to you as well. If you want to look at fan art, by all means, proceed with caution. Whatever fans make, 1 out of 3, 4 times, it's just fucking vile. Alright, I want to leave off with a few things you should consider. This is a 65 episode series. It has 5 seasons, 13 episodes each. The order you should follow is Season 1, G, which is Season 2, then GX, Axis, XV. If you watch it on Crunchyroll, it will be on this order. Should you actually get into the series and enjoy the music, great news! The music is available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Just be aware that the titles are all in Japanese letters. Shout out to the community for being very cool. They engage in a lot of good discussion for a rather niche series. A quality over quantity fandom for sure. And of course, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already. So yeah, watch Symphogear. I gave you an awful amount of my time today persuading you to do so, and if you're not convinced, I don't think that was my fault. I'm just kidding. But I hope you enjoyed today's presentation. For my viewers, stay tuned for more. The 2024 Symphogear rewatch experience is nowhere as close as done, but I'll see you soon before the end of the year. Bye-bye!